The next speaker, Vuyiswa Ncontsa from the Elma Foundation. And Vuyiswa and I go a long way together. She has not only is a collaborator, but has become in this process a very good friend of my personally my friend, but also of the Faculty of Education.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'd like to start with a couple of disclaimers. I'm going to be reading the remarks because they're not mine, and I'm representing the Executive Director who couldn't be here. And the first disclaimer is that I woke up with only 2 items on my agenda. The first one was to look reasonably pretty, enough for public consumption. And the second one was to really blend in and enjoy the festivities. And I think I failed dismally on the blending in part. Also, I expect the jury will be out for a while on the looking pretty part. So I'm going to be reading Bernadette's remarks. But I'd also like to thank you first for letting us take part in the celebration of the opening of Funda UJabule School. It's an Elma investment that is really close to my heart. And what Sargi is not admitting to, it's the pains we have been through to get to a point where Elma has been able to invest in Funda UJabule. The Elma Foundation has a keen interest in supporting the improvement of learner outcomes in South Africa. And we recognize the important leadership role that teachers play in this process. We know that teachers are the single biggest influence in learners' academic lives, and we believe, therefore, that they deserve the best training and preparation they can get, just as our learners deserve best quality of education we can offer. This is why Elma Foundation is investing in the University of Joburg's Education Department, as well as Funda UJabule. We have a particular interest in supporting the strengthening of pre-service teacher training because evidence shows that the biggest impact on teacher quality is to improve teaching practice. One of the identified barriers to improving teacher practice is that pre-service teacher training does not sufficiently integrate the theory and practice of teaching. And that's been the recurring theme of today's remarks. The teachers currently earn their degrees in lecture halls, and they then go to schools very unprepared for the challenges they face. A lot of our higher education institutions really prepare our teachers for well-resourced schools rather than schools similar to Funda UJabule. UJ and the Funda UJabule School are making great strides in addressing this theory-practice divide and in enabling their students to move seamlessly between coursework and teaching practicum. We truly hope that this model of teacher training can be established as best practice in South Africa. We hope that the lessons learned here will be scrutinized and evaluated and taken up to be incorporated into many South African pre-service education institutions. This would enable the thousands of teachers graduating each year to begin their careers well prepared to succeed. It would further improve the quality of education our children are receiving, and therefore have lasting impacts throughout their lives. It's exciting to be a small part of this groundbreaking teaching school, and to see the dedication of its principal, Ms. Mabuya, the teaching school development practitioner, Bridget Short, as well as my favorite Dean of Education, Sargi Gravet, and the whole team at UJ. And we are hoping that this will make the school an exemplar of teaching and learning. I thank you.
The University of Johannesburg. Rethink, reinvent.